Hello everybody, Monica here at Handmade Bay, and today we're talking about our recipe swap for October. And the swap is 6 recipe cards, and you have to include 2 to 3 recipes handwritten on the cards. So I figured we'd up it a notch a little bit and make it into something that you can put the cards in and be really a great thing. What I did want to show you something for a future recipe thing for next year. We're going to look at making something like this, and this has kind of a retro look that I love, and I just wanted to give you a little sneak peek here. And then this is, you can put all your recipes and stuff in here, and this really makes it great for gifting this to somebody. And then it can just stand and they can travel with it. So this is kind of what I'm going to show you today, is kind of a version of this, but a more simplified one. And it's really nice to get something to put your recipe cards in. So this is what we're doing, and I'm showing just a very plain one right now because I am doing the swap also, and I don't want to show what I'm giving my swap partner. But I'm going to give you, it's the bare bones of the project. And it really is just, you can put all your recipe cards in. Now our project is calling for 4x6 cards, so this will hold them nicely. And you want to use a heavier cardstock on this. Do not use light cardstock because it just won't hold up. All right, so we really want to give our partner something that's going to hold up and be durable. And this is really great because you can toss this in your purse and have it with you and have some extra cards. And you meet somebody, they have a recipe, and you're like, oh, let me write it down. So this is really a great way to bring it together. So this is, again, bare bones, nothing decorated, but I'm going to show you how to do this real quick, and it will be easy. So let's get started. All right, so what we're going to do is we are going to cut a piece of paper. All right, again, use thicker cardstock for these, and you're going to cut it by 7 1/4 by 8 1/2. All right, and what I did, because you're going to need to make 6 of these, I did a pattern, because if you want to make these in the future, this helps with the papers that are going to have a pattern that has to go the right side. All right, so if you have anything like these, it doesn't matter which way it goes. So, but with the pattern, I made a template because it's easy to get confused, okay, or at least for me. So I went ahead and made a pattern, and keep this in your notebook of where you have your projects, and you can always refer to it. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to cut them. So my pattern side up on this is, you want to match it up and make sure that it will sit the right way. All right, so I want this part, the width with the right side up, to be 7 1/4. I'm going to cut that. Now I just got this today, and I don't know if any of you have the Memory Maker scoreboard cutter. I'm not sure how I feel about it yet. Again, I just got it today, and the problem that I'm having right now is the numbers go from right to left, and I'm a lefty. So it's getting a little bit to get used to here, but let me cut the 7 1/4. So I don't know if anybody out there who's a lefty has this and runs into the same issue I am. This is the one that I had for scoring, and the numbers run from left to right. So when I'm scoring, everything's easy. Here I have to kind of go over my hand, so it takes a little getting used to, so I have to see how I feel about it. Anyway, moving on. And when I pop this up, it's very stiff to pop up, and I've hit my finger on the blade here, so I have to remember to put it at the top, because I tend to put it at the bottom, and I've cut myself a few times, so I don't know, we'll see. So now let's do our 8 1/2. My favorite is my guillotine cutters, so I might just use this for scoring, maybe not. Okay, so now we have our paper, and now I'm going to be on the 7 1/4 side, right? And we are going to score 1/2 inch and 6 3/4. If I can find, all right, we're going to use this. All right, so on this one, you lift it up and then you have to flip this around. And I got this because I needed a scoreboard that was for the 12-inch papers. And I've been using this for years and adjusting, and I said it's time. So that's why I bought this one. So let's see. Okay, so now we got a 1/2 inch we're going to score. Okay, and then 6 3/4. Okay, and now we're going to flip it. I'm going to use my template again just so I flip this correctly. 7 3/4, and then I'm going to flip this way. I'm going to score it 1/2 inch and 4 1/2 inches. Okay. So when you start doing this, you're going to see why I made this template, because for me it was just a little easier. All right, see, so now I got to go. See, for a lefty, this is a little bit odd to work with, so I kind of like the numbers going from that way to this way. So, but we got it done, right? Okay, so there's our scores, okay? I'm going to get rid of this. And now what we're going to do is we're going to fold them into these pockets, all right? So again, with the template, this is going to go this way, so I'm going to do this in half. So now this 1/2 inch up here, this is going to be your tabs. Now what you can do is leave it uncut and let your partner do that. Or you can cut them with the tabs and make the little hole punches, whatever you want to do. I did a little variety of everything. Excuse me. And so you can decide what you want to do on this. Okay. So what we want to do first is we are going to leave a hinge here, which is how we're going to attach all of them. Okay, so what I want to do is put a cut in here. Scissor. Okay, and here's the template again. So we're going to cut this side, which has the tab at the top. We're going to take the corner out. And actually, let me get this on darker paper for you so you can see the template better. Here, let me do this for you. Okay, so now you can see that better. Okay. All right. So now we're going to take this square out. I'm going to cut that. Okay. And then we're going to cut this little notch out of here just to take the bulk out. Just gonna make a little, just a little bit out. No measuring, no anything. Now on this side, and then what's going to happen is we're going to fold this. Okay, and that's going to be our first place to close it. Now we want this one, but we don't need this 1/2 inch here, so we're going to take this out. So I'm going to come up just a little corner like that, and then I'm going to take the whole right on the score line. And again, I'll have to measure. It doesn't have to be perfect. It's fine. It's all going to be hidden anyway. And then we're going to fold this one down. Okay, so this is the same thing as our template. You're going to fold these in, fold it over, and you're going to glue those down. So you have the hinge, you have the pocket, and you have your tab area here. Okay. So we're going to take this. Let's see if I put my glue sitting right. And again, you can use whatever craft glue you got. Now you could make one that's all desserts, right? You could make one that's just for savory items. You could make one for, let's say for a camper, for somebody who camps, and they can have this little booklet to take with them for their recipes they want to take on the road. So lots of ideas. I had this one with cupcakes, so this would be a nice dessert one. And this one's kind of fun with all the colors, so I thought maybe that'd be a fun dessert one. Okay, and there's your pocket. Now you're going to make 6 of these. Okay, so very easy. Once you start making them, they're easy. So again, just make your template here, and then you'll know which one. So once you do it, and don't get hung up on trying to figure out, okay, well, where's that? Once you have it with your pattern folded in half, you'll know where this is, and then you'll know what to cut off on there. Okay, so what's going to happen next, now you could attach this different ways. I'm going to take this apart just to show you what I did. I'm going to use grommets only because I have grommets in the tool. I don't know if any of you have the grommets in the tool, but I have it already, so that's probably what I'm going to use. But if you don't have that, you can go down to your stationery store. These I got at the dollar store. They're just those little, I forgot what these, brads? I think that's what they're called. And you can get a huge box of them for almost to nothing. So what I did here is I took my 2-hole punch, but whatever you've got, I took this, I lined them up, I kind of held them together, and I punched the holes in them, okay? But you can put the holes anywhere you want. And you could run ribbon through here if you want. That's fine too. Okay, I should actually punch this one, right? I'll show you how we did it. Let me line it up with another one because I have a feeling I'm not going to get it right. Which I think that's how I did it. Okay. So this one I had to play around with a little bit. They didn't all match up correctly, so you can measure, mark them out, however you want to do it. You could actually get another piece of paper, which if you wanted to do that, I did cut it, which I was going to show you. Okay, so I cut a heavier piece of cardstock, and this was 1.5 inches, and then I scored it in half. And another way you could do this is you could staple this to hold them all in place, and then you could glue this and make a hinge cover. All right, before I would attach this though, make sure your pages are going to open easily. Okay, so that's another way you could do this. And here I'm just going to take my brads, run them through. And again, you know, whatever you have, ribbons, brads, the grommets, eyelets, whichever size you've got, you know, get creative. That's what you guys do best, is figure it out, create it. I gave you the basis for it, how to make the pockets. You're going to include 6 cards, 2 to 3 recipes in there, and decorate away. All right. I don't want to show you what I'm sending my partner, so this is it. You got a bare bones model here. But any questions, please. Oops, that didn't make it through. Let me know in the comments. I can go over this again if you want in a live, if you want to do it together. But that's it. That's your whole project. All right, well, good luck on the swap. I can't wait to see what I get, and I hope you love what I'm going to send you, whoever my swap partner is. And that's our recipe book. All right, so you have a good day. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.